Bandana Gramma here, going live from her back porch after our trip to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We got home a couple hours ago and unpacked, and I've gone out in the garden to see if there's been any changes, and there have been some changes. I also noticed that while I was pulling up the live stream here, that it gave me some new options about showing access to videos and pictures that I've already taken, which if I can include those in the live stream, that would be pretty cool. I just don't know how to do that yet. So this is a little experimental as well. I'm looking on the screen. I thought because I said yes to allow it that I'd see an option that would tell me to press here to share, and I don't see that yet. Hi, Christy. Hello, Retired and Prepping. Hello, Patty. Hello, Brooke. Hello, Galena. Good to see you all here. All right, let me see if I, all right, share, mute microphone. Nope, that's not it. What's this? View chat options. Nope, I don't want to do that. Hello, Margaret. Oh, fiddle. Now, how do I share then? That before I can actually take part in it. But I thought it was going to let me show you some of the pictures and films I took while I was up in Amish Country, like the Amish buggies going by and the shopping trips and things like that. But my screen is not showing me any of those options. Okay, well, we had a good time. And the weather was great. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. One day was a little overcast and we filled a few sprinkles, but nothing major. Do I go by Sue or Susie? Depends. I've gone by either. My friends from childhood all call me Susie. My family members that know me well call me Susie. New people, so I go by either. But yeah, I think Susie's good because that's what's in my email, and that's what people would identify with. Or Bandana. I'm fine with Bandana as well. But hello, Barb. Did I get? Oh, Albany Mountain Homestead. Hello, Sheila. Hello. Sheila says good morning. I'm happy to have you all here. The birds are singing again. It's nice to be home. You know, we have fun going away, but it's always great to come back home, isn't it? Yeah. Sleep in your own bed. Tonight I'll sleep in my own bed. My husband had a backache. He found the room we got had two queen beds. Now, normally at home we sleep in one queen bed, and that's fine. When we go out, I usually try and ask for a king because I like having all that room. But they didn't have one. They had two queens. So for sleeping, we decided to each take a queen. So we had lots of room to spread out. He said he had a backache from his queen. Mine was fine. I didn't have any problem with my back. So that was a good thing. And we did go to flea markets. We did go to the farmer's market. We did shop at the Christmas tree shop, which I like to go to a lot. What else? I'm drawing blanks. Some of my other favorite, oh, Ollie's. We went to Ollie's discount place. That was good. And I did get things, and I'll be updating you on my hauls that I got up there. Mint, good afternoon. Guess I'm still in morning mood. Okay, Sheila, I was trying to think, where's Sheila from? So that's what was running through my mind when I saw good morning. So yeah, I'm disappointed I can't figure out right this minute how to share those photos with you. So I guess I'm just going to have to put them up on a video instead of sharing them in the live stream. And then I'll read up for my next live stream. I'll try to read up on how you go about accessing them. Because it did tell me in the beginning, allow us access to your photos so you can share them. I said, yay, so I did that. But I don't see any option here to use it. So I came home and I checked out my fruit trees, and there have been some changes. I also bought some bedding plants because I was so late in getting my seeds started. While we're up there at the farmer's market there had bedding plants for just $1. So I thought, can't go wrong here. So I bought them. And I put them in my greenhouse until I get them in the ground. Some of the tomatoes were starting to blossom and I took those off, and some of the peppers were starting to get buds, so I took those off because I know it's important for them to first establish roots in the ground before they spend a lot of energy making the blossoms and the flowers. Yeah, I always do well at that green dragon. And it was the same spot last year where I bought candy onions for the garden, and I enjoyed those. Yeah, farmers markets are so fun. Hi Brenda, my new me. I saw you had put up an announcement for a live stream. I hope you didn't have it yet, because if you did, I missed it because I was unpacking and everything. But I'll have to go back and see when that was going to be. Okay, I'm going to take you out in the yard and show you what my fruit trees are doing. There is an update. I'm going to turn the camera around. Let's see. I think I'm going to, whoops, there it goes. All right. Now, the first thing you're going to see is all that collard greens that we're going to seed. Look at the flowers on those things. I'm sorry, it was last night. Oh, okay. It was so scary. I don't know how you do it all the time. Oh, you get used to it, I guess. All right. Those collards, look at, they're as tall as the top of the panels now, going to seed. But they really are attracting the bees. The bees are coming. All right, I'm going to walk to the back and hope my live stream stays strong enough so you don't get all fuzzy. Sometimes it goes all blurry. Now here's where I've mulched in my beds. I brought wheelbarrow load out. I still got to mulch all up here. My raspberries are getting bigger and coming in back there. All right, this is my peach tree. And look what's new in the 2 days that I've been gone. Can you see them? Can you see them all? And now I'm going to put you way up high. So I think my little baby peach tree is going to do good. I'm so excited that those blossoms are indeed turning into peaches. Here's my fingers so you can see they're just itty bitty. See? But you can see them coming. And there's a lot of them everywhere on every branch. So, woohoo! Okay, now up here, this is my bubblegum plum. Let's check this out. All right, a little bit. I see something there. All right. Now and again, and next year it might give me a bunch, but I don't see any real plums coming on those. Okay, here's a couple more. Let's see, right here on my bubblegum plum. All right, it's a baby. We'll let that suffice for that. Give it time to do better next year. All right, but look at my nectarine. Okay, this is my nectarine. This is the low branches here that are about waist high on me. All right, and then coming up the branches, there's more. I still have some netting on this that got ripped off last year. I wish I'd gotten it all off, but I didn't, but there's some behind that too. And this branch has nectarines. And over here, we have lots of nectarines coming. If you look, you can see the fruit forming. So if you've been with me since I got these in the mail and opened them up 3 years ago, and you've been following me along as I planted them in the ground, and now this year, as I'm getting more and more fruit, it's pretty exciting. So yeah, this nectarine is getting quite a bit of fruit on it. Little bitty, but it's coming. And over here is my Asian pear. Can you see these? And here. And as you go up the tree, there's more. Okay, so I'm excited about that. All right, now we're going to skip down to my other plum tree. And this one's had tons of flowers on it. And look. This is another plum. Now, I don't expect all these promises to turn into fruit, because maybe they act like zucchini, and sometimes you think you're getting a zucchini, but if it wasn't properly pollinated, it just ends up falling off. Well, that might work with this too. I'm really not sure, but there's lots of them up there. Those are way over my head there. Okay, now this next tree is my apricot, and I never even got a blossom on this last year, and this year had a lot of blossoms. So I'm searching for fruit. Let's see now. I'm pretty sure I saw some. Are they hiding? Where are they hiding? Oh, wait a minute. These are bigger. Okay. Okay, there's one. There's one. There's a bunch of them. There's some more up there. So yes, I have apricots coming. The same color as the leaves, so it's a little difficult to see some of them. But last year I had not even a flower, and this year I've got some apricots coming. All right. Now over to my Gala apple. This also had a lot of blossoms, showing tiny little promises. See that swelling? Let's see, right there behind the blossom, under my thumb. That's a promise. There's some more here. There's some promises behind the blossoms. That swelling, that's promises of fruit. More up here. See, they're just ever so slight, but I think I see fruit coming. Let's just hope the pollinators do what they're supposed to do. So that's what's happening with my fruit trees. All right, I'm gonna sit down out here in the yard and turn the camera around and check out your comments. I'll be working more, getting all the leaves cleaned up this week, as long as the rain holds off. All right. There. All right. Let me see what comments I missed. David, good morning or good afternoon. Patty can see the buds. Your fruit trees are looking very good this year. Yeah, they are. I'm really hoping they're going to do for me. I see some peach cobbler in your future, says Brenda. Well, it looks like that peach tree is making up time after a cool spring. Yep. They're doing great for this crazy spring weather we had. Beautiful clusters on the pear. Yep. And I didn't show you my cherries, but they're definitely coming too. Are you in the cherry tree zone? I'll go back and look at it with you. Okay, Patricia Brayshaw says, love your videos, especially about your faith journey. You're an inspiration. Hang in there. If my faith journey has hit a chord with you, hang in there, because it means a lot to me. Trees look great, says Christy. Barb says, do you have to spray for bugs where you and your family are around the fire pit? Oh, well, not if the fire's going, we usually don't, but otherwise, we might try and use some, organic type things to try and keep the bugs away. I wonder which dwarf fruit trees would grow in big pots. Well, you can always just look it up online. I've got another Asian pear on the front porch growing. I thought it was going to give me a bunch of flowers this year, but I might not have kept the water up enough because they seem to die out. Thank you, Brenda. She says that's good in this color. This is one of my favorite colors, this kind of salmon orangey pink color. I like that color a lot. It's just me, Sarah said she just sat down for a break and saw I was live. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it, Sarah. All right, now who wanted to see the cherry tree? Are you in the cherry tree zone? She said. I must have gone past it. There it is. Sheila. Okay. I'll take you back, show you, because I skipped right over the cherry. We'll see how that's doing. That's out by the fence. All right. All right, here's my cherry tree. And you see the blossoms have died off, but I think there's some promises there that we're going to have some cherries. It's a little early to tell. There might be a couple of green ones if I look close. But I had a ton of blossoms this year. I don't know how clear you see this. Sometimes I think you're seeing it clear, and then when I watch the replay, it's all pixelated and blurry. All right, there's a green one. Right there. The rest are just, see, I still have blossoms on the tree and spent blossoms. But these should be turning into cherries. We'll just wait and see. But this tree was full of them. Let me check my other cherry. This is the one that was sick and never got any blossoms, but this year it did. Okay, here's some spent ones here. Yeah, this is a Bing cherry. The other one's a Mount Morency sour cherry. This is a sweet Bing. Some more up there, some more here. I need to wait a few days to see cherries come though, I think. See, and even my Asian pear, which has fruit coming, still has some blossoms. So it's doing good. Still a ton of work to do in this yard. Yep. Yeah, Sheila, I found out it was you. My mom loved that color. This salmon pink. Yeah, one of my daughters is partial to it too, my Heidi. Okay, original skin so soft, keeps away mosquitoes and other bugs. Hi, Aunt James. And Chrissy says they have a lot of ticks right now. Which one grows maraschino cherries? Well, maraschino cherries are fake. They're processed cherries. I mean, they're cherries that have been soaked in something and treated somehow. So I don't know if you actually grow a maraschino cherry or if they take certain kinds and turn them into maraschino cherries. But you need to look that up because I don't think you just pick them and get maraschino cherries. Sheila, beautiful. It's too hot here in Brunswick, Georgia. Loved the cherry trees when we lived in Silver Springs, Maryland. So tried one when we moved back to Georgia, but lost it the first year. Oh, that's too bad. Rant Jens likes Rant. Let me see that better. James, yeah. Rant James says that my Numi has a cool channel, which she does. Would be nice to grow them. Thank you, Rant James. Okay, she was joking. All right. I'm gullible. I should have known. She was, she knew better. I didn't know that. I thought when I was younger, I thought maraschino cherries just got picked and canned, jarred up, you know. I didn't know any better till I read up on it. Okay, it's all right, Brenda. So the last night we were up in Lancaster, we ate at Good and Plenty restaurant. Now Good and Plenty has Pennsylvania Dutch food. Let's see. Albany Mountain says we planted an apple, pear, plum, cherry, and blueberries this year. Great. That's a lot. Good for you. And Good and Plenty restaurant is huge, and it serves genuine Pennsylvania Dutch type food. And they have long, long tables. And as people come in, they ask you where you're from, and you sit family style with strangers all around these big, huge tables. Yes, I've been to Miller's too. That's more modern, but it has good food too, Pennsylvania Dutch food. And so it's expensive. The place we went to was kind of expensive, pricey, like $24 a plate. That's high for us, but for our last night there, we decided to splurge and get genuine Pennsylvania Dutch food, seeing how we were in Amish Country. So we sat at these big tables, and we went in about 6:15. We had first stopped at a different family style place with Pennsylvania Dutch food, and they had closed at 6 o'clock, and we missed it. That was Diener's, which we've eaten at before. I ate there with Tara once before when I met Tara from Living on a Dime in Pennsylvania. But they had closed, we couldn't get in, so we ran down to Good and Plenty, and we got in, and they sat us at our table, and nobody else came in. We were like the last one to be seated, and the other tables were full, so we were at this big, huge, long table, just the two of us. And she said, well, we'll wait 10 minutes, and then we'll come and serve you food, and she gave us all the accoutrements, like chow chow, which is pickled vegetables, and apple butter and homemade breads and applesauce and something they called pepper slaw. That was delicious, I thought. And cottage cheese. So they gave you all these appetizers on the table, all homemade Pennsylvania Dutch type style. So we could nibble on that while waiting for our meal. And they thought other people would come in and fill up our table. Nobody came. So they start bringing out the food, and they got these big bowls. They cut them down some because it was just the two of us, but they brought out fried chicken, they brought out ham, they brought out meatloaf, and they brought out mashed potatoes, they brought out brown buttered noodles. I mean, just dish after dish after dish. So we were able to sample everything, and to think of the waste, it just kills me because I had to just cart everything off afterward. And of course, we barely put a dent in it because it was just the two of us. But we were so stuffed. I really overate for sure. Somehow, when you pay a lot of money for a ticket, you think you got to get your money's worth, even if it's going to kill you. So, yeah, we ate much more than we should have. And it was good. Oh, and there was dessert. Yeah, they had cheesecakes and apple crumb pie and homemade vanilla ice cream. And they brought out each of those. So, yeah, we ate a lot. I have to say though, up until that time we'd been pretty good, and we were really eating well. We were eating just lean meats and vegetables, and not eating a lot of high calorie, hard carb stuff. But last night, oh my goodness, we went all out. We took no prisoners. Okay, great. This is Eileen. Great looking yard. I wish I could grow one, but not possible where we live, Florida, and live in condo. Do you have a balcony, Eileen? We should try and do a little something if you do. You could grow a tomato or something. Have you been to Sight and Sound? Yes, many times. Well, probably 4 times. And I love Sight Sound. I kind of wanted to go this time. If for those that don't know, Sight and Sound is a theater, a huge, beautiful theater, and they do all biblical productions. And the title of this one was called basically just Jesus. And my husband didn't feel comfortable going and watching a play with somebody acting as Jesus. So he didn't think anybody could pull that off. So he said, I don't think I want to go to this one. So I'll have to wait and see what the reviews are. And maybe we'll revisit that idea another time. All by yourselves. I love it. Though, when can you, then you can try a lot of different dishes. Yeah, there you can. They bring out all kinds of stuff. All right, Eileen. Oh, okay. Eileen caught my new me's live stream and she loved it. Catch you all later. Nice meeting you. Bye, Rant James. Okay, I'm sorry I missed it, Brenda. If it stayed up as a video, I'll have to watch it. Yeah. So, and I'll have to talk to you, find out if there's any news on the home front. Maybe you address that in your live stream though, because I know you're looking for another place to live. Now, let's see if there's anything else before I sign off. I wanted to show you my fruit trees, how well they're doing. You know what I'm thinking about doing for my, especially for my apples, is, you know those, if you go to the shoe store, they have a box of these little footy things that you can put on your feet, and it's kind of like a piece of stocking. I heard that if you buy a box of those, you can put them on and stretch them over your apples that are trying to grow, and that will keep a lot of the bugs and possibly disease away from them, but definitely the bugs that want to come and eat them, that you kind of, it's time consuming, but if you can cover, you know, a lot of them with these net stockings, it might help where you don't have to use, because I don't use any poisons here, and I'm going to have to revisit that. And getting nets big enough to cover all the trees may be difficult and expensive. So I'm up for suggestions on that. Brenda Collins, hello. It's still up there, and the boys say we're doing more. We'll be doing more. We'll be doing them more often now. Thank you so much. Okay, Eileen, they won't allow pots on our porch. Ah, bunch of party poopers on the board. Yeah, I guess so. That stinks. I'm sorry, Eileen. That is sad. Yeah, I guess they don't like people making jungles out of their balconies or something, but so what? That's too bad. And I know you got to follow the rules. See, we live in a community that actually has guidelines. So there's certain things we can and can't do. And some things, as long as you got a fenced area yard, you kind of squeak by and you do them anyway. Did I say that out loud? But, okay, bye, Christy. But like my greenhouse, I want to get a greenhouse, a real one with glass. And there's so much rigmarole I'm going to have to go through to put up a greenhouse with zoning and inspection, and so, all right. Sorry, a little late. That's okay, Bliss Bliss. Can you have a clothesline in your neighborhood? I think if it's not seen from the road, you can. You can't have them out front, but I think I can have one in the back if I want. I used to have one. We used to have a bigger tree in the corner here. I used to run it from my porch to the tree, but I haven't used one in a while. I was recently thinking about maybe one of those pop-up ones that was movable, because there are times I really would prefer to hang out, but it's hard now with my fruit trees to run a line, and my garden posts and the cattle panels to run a line through the yard. I could put one across the length of my porch, and that would be okay if I wanted to do that. Can't go anywhere anymore and have freedom on your own property while they increase your property taxes. That is so true. I know. It's like, how much can Big Brother get involved and why? You know, it is sad. I wish there was a little more freedom for everybody. People are too worried about appearances instead of quality of life, I think. So, I mean, I'd like my place to look nice, but, you know, there's just so much that you should have to kowtow to when you have your own property. Me too. I have a little bungalow with so much hassle with permits. Yep, that's right. And I mentioned before this shed I have over here. Let me turn the camera. All right, that shed, I didn't know when I put it up. I think it's 8 by 15, and I was supposed to get a permit to put that up, and I wasn't aware of that, and I didn't get one. And so far, nobody's bothered me about it, even though you can look up my driveway and see it. If because the fence is down now. We had an old fence that was rotting apart, so we took part of it down. We're going to have to replace it. And now you can look right up my driveway and see that shed. But so far, no one's bothered me. I did know you were supposed to offset them. It was either 10 or 12 feet from the boundary lines, and I did that because I knew that that was a prerequisite. But I didn't know I needed an actual permit to put it up. But I have heard I need one for my greenhouse. Yeah, and I still need to get somebody to build it for me. So whether it ever happens or not, I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I think it's cute. I think it's really cute. There are times I wish when I was trying to decide what to get, I was going between a wood one and this one. And this one was so cute and it was roomy enough. But the only thing I don't like about it is that you're really not supposed to hang things inside on it because the walls are only strong enough to handle just so much. Where if I had one that was made by 2x4s and a solid foundation and a solid trussing system, then I could hang anything in it I want to. So I have to be careful about that. But it's pretty roomy inside. When I first put it up, one of my daughters says, "Mom, I could live in that like a tiny house." Yeah, that would go over big with the community. That new little greenhouse you put up, you have to have a permit. That is crazy. You mean for the portable one? No, if you're talking about me, no, not the new little greenhouse. This this thing I had to have. I'm talking about I wanted to put up a glass greenhouse, no, a real greenhouse with glass panels. That I need a permit for, not that little one. Yeah, no, not the portable. The portable, they don't care as long as you don't put it in the front yard, I guess. Oh, right, a glass one. So, and the one I found, the one I saw a picture of that I want, it's just so adorable that I really want one. And you could even make a little patio outside of it and have the greenhouse. You could sit inside. It was just so cute too. It would like really set this place off adorably if I could have one. But I need somebody to build it as well as get the permit. So it's going to be a while. And it wouldn't be cheap to build either because you got to pay somebody. I'm sure they will give you a permit. Have you asked them? Well, it's not just a matter of saying yes. It's a matter of paying the money for the permit. And I'm not sure how much that costs. And then I don't want to do that unless I know I have somebody to um, build it for me. And I'm thinking it's going to cost at least $1,000 to have somebody build it, even if I have all the materials myself. So, yeah, not good. And now we got to redo our bathroom. We've had some major problems with the bathroom that we're going to have to tear the walls down and redo it. So, money's got to go where money's got to go first. We got to prioritize the finances. So I think it'll be a couple of years yet, if at all, until I get my dream greenhouse. Meanwhile, I'll be happy for my little vinyl one. Yes, my yard is a peaceful oasis for me. The road is right out there. You've seen when I've shown my front yard. But when I close my fences up and I sit out here, the birds, there's plenty of birds. And it's just so lovely to sit out here with our fire pit and with our lawn chairs and eat on the porch and then have all my garden growing and my fruit trees. I really do love what I'm creating back here. And I'm happy to have it. And I don't need anything bigger. I wouldn't be able to handle anything bigger anyway. So this is beautiful for me. In Florida, we have to have permits for windows and get hurricane proof. Very expensive. Yep. Right. So I'm trying to think what I bought that you'd be interested in. Oh well, we go to this one thrift store up in Pennsylvania that's run by the Mennonites. You may have heard me mention it before when we went up to Pennsylvania. And it's run by the Mennonites, and it's called Renews It Shop. And it's beautiful. It's a huge building. It used to be some kind of department store, and they have it all set up just like a department store with the right kind of racks to hold clothes, room after room after room, and then there's books, and then there's shoes, and there's coats, and there's furniture upstairs, and housewares, and rugs, and there's a whole area for Christmas stuff that's quite lovely. So we love going there, and it's all everyone there, not everyone, but almost everyone there donates their time from the Mennonite Church to raise money for missions. So it's nice to shop there because you know your money's going towards something good. Well, they had a special sale. I don't know where the clothes came from, but they said everything marked with HMR stamped on the ticket was 50 cents. And, you know, normally things were going for $4, $6, $8 for clothing. And everything was 50 cents. And there was racks and racks and racks of them. So I was able to get a number of things for like 50 cents. And then they said all the purple tickets were half off. So I got a few things that I wanted for, you know, half the cost, the normal cost. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. And then where did I buy the new clothes? I went somewhere where they were having a sale and all the clothes were, you know, it was a regular store. Oh, Vanity Fair. We go to the Rockville outlets. Oh, I got my, if you heard me talk about wanting to go to Rockville because I wanted another piece of my, what's that QVC brand I buy? Temptation ware, where it's got the pretty flowers painted on it on the ceramic bakeware. Well, I went looking for my blue, and they didn't have the blue 9x14 pan, but they did have it in red. So I bought that, and I like it very much, and it came with a carrying case too. And I got a sneeze coming. Time for my allergy pill again. Excuse me. Okay, what town is the Mennonite store in? There are several of them. One of them's in Ephrata. The one we went to was in New Holland. How's about everybody hitting the like button? Thank you. Thank you, Bandana. I feel like I'm right there sitting with you. I'd love to have you come and sit, and we'll have tea on the porch. How's that? I planted milkweed for the monarchs. I have some milkweed seed. I just haven't gotten it out yet. Okay. Thumbs up, everyone. Thank you. That place sounds amazing. Back when I worked, I had to limit how much cash I would take to places like that, or I'd buy so much it wouldn't fit in my car. uh, okay, thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. What town? Oh, I got that one. Britisha Brashaw. Okay, bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you. Sorry to sneeze at you. It is hard to hear you. Uh-oh. Well, I can pull. I didn't bring my little microphone out. I should have done that, I guess. So, yes, the volume is low. I don't think I can set the volume on this. Let me see. All right. I'm turning up my volume, but I think that's only for me hearing it. Does that make it any louder for you? I doubt it does. Anyway. No, I don't have any favorite pastors on YouTube. All right, thank you, Bliss Bliss. I have neighbors out. Yeah, they think I'm crazy with my YouTube. All right, what was I talking about? I went to a QVC outlet and I got my dish. I'll show you all that when I make the video about what I bought. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to stay on. I've got neighbors out. I pretty much told you what I wanted to tell you. and I gotta get my iPad charged up so I can make some more or edit the videos that I want to show you from our trip. Oh no, her neighbor slaughtered my 3-year growing jasmine. I am so upset. Wow. No, and I'm not. I'm not a YouTube star, but I think this one knows I have a channel. She's never been to it, but she thinks I'm a little wacky, and so's the other one. So that's okay, because I'm out here talking to myself. No, they don't know I'm a star. You're funny. Have you all been watching the different tubers that are down at the convention in Tennessee? I don't think they're calling it a convention, but yeah. Okay, Brenda, Miss 22,000 subscribers. You be the star, hun. Bliss, bliss. People are so unfriendly these days, it's painful. Yeah. Oh, we're friendly. They just think I'm crazy. Yeah. I don't tell anyone who knows me about my channel either. No. When I first went up, and well, first I went up in my own name, and then my family didn't want me doing that, so we changed it to Bandana Gramma. And hi, Finite World. And I didn't tell, outside my own children. In fact, I didn't even tell my own kids and my husband for a while that I was doing it. And then when they found out, they didn't want me doing it in my own name, so I changed it. Yeah, a little bit of crazy helps, I think. So I think my husband once said, I think I had around 300 subscribers. And I said, honey, I've got 300 subscribers. Are you impressed? He said, I'll be impressed when you get to 1,000, thinking I never would. And I didn't either. And now I'm just a few shy of 4,000. And he's adequately impressed, I think, that many people would care about what I was doing. So, yeah, that's fun. It gives me something to do. And I love sharing my passions with people who like the same things. And how else am I going to find them except this way? Right? So, yep, crazy helps you get through the day. True enough. All right. I guess I'm completely impressed with what you do, and you have such a natural presence on camera. Wow. Thank you, Brenda. Well, like I said before, I can't try to be anybody else but me because I couldn't keep track. It's too much energy to try and be somebody you're not. And I learned early on that I don't want to get people to come and subscribe to me if they're not interested in what I do, because what's the sense in that? I just as soon have them come because they like what I'm doing. So if I just be me, then I'll only have the people here who like what I'm doing and identify with my subjects and my passions and the things I want to share. And that's the people I want to have here. So I don't want to be all things to all people. I just want the people that like what I do to be here. Does that make sense? Check out TFH most recent video. See you later after the conference. Oh, Two Family Homestead. Okay. I saw it this morning live when Daryl was roaming around interviewing people, and somebody asked him not to film so much. Yes, I agree. And Eileen loves watching my videos. Thank you, hon. That makes perfect sense. Okay, that's how I feel. Because first of all, you're not making any money anyway. If I make $120 every 3 to 4 months, that's all YouTube pays me. So, I'm not losing anything, and I don't need, 10,000 more people coming in just to watch for a few seconds and then leave because they don't like what I'm doing. So I'm perfectly happy with the ones I have. I'm happy because I just wanted to do this to share with like-minded people. Okay. Well, thank you all for coming in and seeing the update on my trees. And like I said, I'm going to go in and get my camera charged up and then upload the videos I took up in Lancaster so I can share those with you and try and get it edited up into something that is pleasurable to watch. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I may be live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow if I get myself out here in the garden do more work. I need to do another update on how well I'm doing trying to get this yard cleaned up again because I've been away a couple of days. So see you then. Be good to one another and go out and be a blessing. Bye bye.